All right, then we're live. Welcome to week 8, FSB Racing, Circuit of the Americas. Not a huge field tonight. The road course tends to keep people off the track uh, for whatever reason. I'm assuming it's because they don't want to come out here and turn left. But nonetheless, we're here. Have Milt Minter Jr. here in the booth with me. Say what's up, Milt. Yeah. So let's see who's the pick for tonight. A lot of these guys I haven't seen them on a road course, so I can't say for sure. Shane's always a good pick. I know he knows how to drive these road courses as well as Rob Stewart. I've seen him out there. Ken, can't forget Ken. One of the members of Donkey Bop Racing. Um, I know I've definitely competed against him in many road courses, and he's an excellent driver as well. What do you think, Milt?
Yeah, and then you got Guy Petra, who's run some races. I watched him run here in Xfinity car uh, earlier this week, and in a big, full field, 30 car field online in the A class, and he had a nice somewhere around 13th, 15th place, I think. And it was a battle. It was a long race, like full length, and he was worn out after. So he's definitely got some laps. Um, and also Chet Barkin, 2 weeks removed from not being on the track, uh, getting back into the swing of things. So I imagine he's put some time in, so he could be a sleeper.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. That's a good pick. Chet's always a really good pick in any race, really. Oval, be it oval or road racing. I agree with that. Let's look at the weather here at Texas here at Circuit of the Americas. Looks like we're what is that? I can't really see it. 74 degrees Fahrenheit is the temperature. Overcast, 5-mile-an-hour wind. Track temperature is sitting at 98 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's about perfect, right?
Yeah, it says 84% chance of rain, but I doubt we'll see that.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope
So,
not for these
and there
guys.
is
We'll
rain
see.
in iRacing, ladies and gentlemen,
There sure is as of about this
which
time
I haven't
last year.
tried yet.
Yeah, I haven't tried either. I'm doing good to make it around the track in perfect conditions, much less uh if the track is wet. That would be extremely difficult for me.
Well, I expect the key to this race is going to be staying on the track. It's a smaller field, and uh, so that's going to be the deal here. There's it's shorter than the full size track NASCAR had run in the past by about a mile. They went from three something to 2.4 miles, I believe. And they took out the one of my favorite corners, which I ran this in NASCAR 2003 and had some great races. On a Trans Am race against the late Nicole
Hmm.
Johnson, RIP, and passed her on the last lap, and that was the corner I passed at. But actually, now you take that braking zone and passing zone there, and then uh, that would be turn 7, turn 8, I believe, the old course. But they replaced it with two more other interesting passing zones, as we saw watching the real guys run. And it was quite impressive. The racing for the Xfinity race on Saturday and Sunday was very entertaining. So,
Oh yeah, I guarantee it. All right, so let's take a look at the qualifying results here. We got Shane Wisman up front, Justin Bird, followed by Bryce Saucier, David De Silva, Rob Stewart, Guy Petra, Michael Greenwood, Ken Soska, Chet Barkin, Sam Young, Kevin Mays, and TG Reese. So we got a total of 12 cars out there for tonight's race, which, like I said, not the usual amount for our broadcast, but it's still a decent enough field, you know, especially for
It'll
a
be a
road
good
course.
show.
Yeah,
Justin Bird, a lot of these guys are new to me watching, but I've seen Justin run and Bryce, and they they're good everywhere, and you can see by the way they qualified, they've definitely got some speed. And David De Silva there showed up, and he excuse me, that's a Budweiser burp there. David De Silva, used to running a not a fixed setup, so he basically he knows the track, but he got in and ran a few laps, and he qualifies fourth. So you
yeah,
know he's a possibility.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt about
So we're
that.
not sure. So are we sure about do they got to stop at least once here? How many laps is this race?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think we're looking at about 26 laps, I believe is what I saw in the race info. Can't say for sure. As far as stops goes, they're looking at least one, maybe two.
Yeah, when you're looking at that with a with no cautions, so cautions will be off. Um, uh, you know, you basically want to look at going half and half. And if you're in the lead and you make some time, you might want to push that a little bit just to give you an extra advantage
That's right.
on the second half of the run.
Following around Bryce now. Looks like they're doing a little warm up before they take the grid. He might be the
These
only
are
one out there right now.
3,500-pound cars, and takes 2 men and a boy to stop them. Want to break in a straight line.
Wow, check out that hairpin turn right there. That's going to be tricky to get around.
That's the trick. That's a passing zone, but man, you're gonna have to kind of move somebody out of the way.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Biggest passing zone is turn one.
Yeah, this is going to be a full contact race. I don't know that you could pass anybody or get where you want to be without making some contact or nudging somebody out of the way. I just don't know that it's possible.
Well, let's say there's also a possibility of they might be able to wear somebody out.
Right. Let's see
Hey,
here.
Milty, could you check and see if you have a stream for me, please, sir?
Yes, I have it. Yes, sir. That's Sam there. Awesome.
All right, following around TG Reese here now.
Cool. Hopefully we'll be synced up because I'd love to do like some. I'm gonna turn the sound up on his deal a little bit, folks. We are kind of. I'm sitting in my living room on a cell phone and my big screen, so we're trying to sync this up to where when I talk, it's at the right time, right?
That's right. All right, I think we're about to take the grid here. That should be the end of warm up. I think Shane set him up with a 10-minute warm up versus just a 5. Good on him. I'm sure he knew everybody would need a little extra practice. Yep, here we are. Let's take a look at that starting grid again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I'm gonna pick tonight. You go first, Milt. Who's your pick?
The kiss of death.
That's right.
I'm gonna go with Justin Bird.
Justin Bird. Okay, okay, okay.
Every race I watch him, he impresses the heck out of me, and you know, I just have a feeling that he's sandbagging a little bit. We'll see.
Oh gosh, I hate to
Jeez.
do it. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna do it. Ken Saska. That's my pick. I did it to him last week. He didn't have a good start to the race. I'm not sure if he finished the race, but I'm gonna do it again just because I think Ken can pull it off. He's a heck of a road racer, and I'm going with Ken.
Roger that.
Yeah, Milty, unfortunately, that stream has failed because I don't have the computer to do it, so it started going wacky right away. So
Really? All right, that's okay. Usually Discord isn't too much of a stress on the computer, but
TV and 4 weeks, and I'm not kidding. He came in at full 4,000 I rating. It was incredible how quickly he moved up the chain. So he's a badass, and look for him in the future because he's really fast. Good luck in the
yeah.
broadcast, guys.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yep. Thank you.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's definitely my first experience with online racing. It wasn't even online, but that was definitely PlayStation.
Oh yeah. All right, here we go. Pace car is off. We're about to be under green. Yep, 28 laps. I was close. I think I said 26. All right, here we go. First turn, 3 wide. Oh, they're going to pull it off.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the tough spot right there.
Yeah. Working their way through the S turns now.
Green, like really spun the tires coming out there.
A little contact there between the 93 and the 12, or 93 and the 13 rather. Locking them up. Coming around the turn there.
Now, there's something interesting here. Track limits. iRacing, they have them. An issue. If these guys cut the corners too much, they will do a slowdown penalty. They got to back off just for a little bit.
Yep.
And it kind of looked like that's what happened to Justin Bird maybe there.
Yeah, it could have been.
And that was a mystery in the real race. Some drivers, because they kept wondering why Shane Van Gisbergen was was going through turn 6 and using all the way past they call these stripes the candy canes. and how he was able to get through there. Normally you got to have 2 tires on, 2 tires off. Past those yellow bollards, as they call them, 4 tires.
Ooh, David Da Silva goes around. Just gonna let traffic get past him there before he gets back on it.
Well, there's plenty of time for him to get back in this, and
Yeah.
I have a feeling. Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty rough, but he was able to gather it up pretty quickly and get back in the race. So he's really not that far behind.
Exactly.
Right.
He overbroke and then pushed up wide, and when he got out in those marbles a little bit, when he tried to get on the gas, he went around.
Yeah, looked like he was trying to make a pass, but kind of overplayed his hand a little bit there. But That's been known to happen to all of us, really.
Yeah, absolutely. You at FSB, 14 of them to be exact, and a lot of those were road racing, and get some great drivers over the years. And braking is everything. Execution, either trying to brake early and get your exit, or road racing is kind of simple like that. You can't outbrake yourself into the back of a car; it's not going to work.
Yeah,
So,
no doubt about it.
Wisping in the Jordan car. This is definitely not the last dance for him.
No, not at all. Get a little blimp view here, see if we can see where everybody's spaced out too. Guy Peacher there holding it down in 5th place. Ken Saska right behind him in 6th.
Guy told me the physicality of this track and road racing. There's definitely a challenge to execute without getting a little bit tired or just missing your marks a little bit.
Yeah.
Those S's are progressive, so you might be going through there some in 3rd gear, but most likely in these cars in 2nd almost the whole way.
Yeah, I think Shane Wisman said before the race, 2nd gear is your friend on this track.
And tires should be an issue with the new tire models. I haven't driven them, as I haven't driven in 2 years, but definitely from what I hear from the donkeys is, iRacing is constantly working on trying to make it as close to what the real guys are running. But then I hear they're going to have another tire update. So
Yeah, the thing about iRacing is they're always changing things, always updating, for better or for worse. They're always trying to change things.
Sasuke getting a beat on it here. Champ Arkin's moved up to P8 there.
Yeah. David De Silva making a little comeback from his spin out. He's working on 151 cars, like he's able to get past him.
Yeah, Guy Pritchard's smart. He knows if you caught me, there's a reason, and he's not going to fight it.
That's right.
Make it as easy as possible. And yes, nice pass by the 25 there. Long race, pit road, executing on pit road. There is a commitment. Bollard, yellow one on as you cross the line going into pit road. You can't. You gotta have. You can't have 4 tires on the right of that. Penalty. Not sure how iRacing is compared to the as you see Team Pit Road there
Right.
earlier.
Take a look at Justin Bird here. Following pretty closely behind Bryce here. Looking to get past him.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, in the real Cup race, we saw Chastain just plow in there. Once you're committed to your braking and your line, nobody's in front of you. Yeah, that's great in car, that roof cam.
Oh yeah, I love it. Man, he's able to get past Bryce. I think he had a little contact with him there, but he made it work.
Yeah, a little bump. That's the great thing about this track is you can get beat in one corner, but if you stay side by side, then you get the preferred line.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
Saucier was not able to do that.
Right. That's like I said earlier. You're just not going to be able to get past people without contact. I mean, it's basically impossible, especially in that hairpin turn. If you're see an opening to pass somebody, you got to try to make it happen, and most of the time it's going to involve some sort of contact.
Rob Stewart's moved himself up into this picture.
Yeah, he sure has.
I think I'm sexy. For you youngsters, that's like Rod Stewart. You probably don't know who he is, but some of these curbs will upset the cars, and some you can cruise right over.
Yeah. Yeah, I think somebody made the comment before the race. I think it was Justin talked about some of these curves, and I think he referred to them as turtles. You gotta you gotta be careful
Right.
when you hit them.
Exactly. Yeah. And I noticed that in turn 6, they're right before the left-handers to go through the short shoot. And iRacing has a bollard there, so the real guys, they were able to just cut the heck out of that. But
Yeah.
you hit that yellow turtle, as they also call them, that's going to either give you damage, upset the car, or if you go too far, it's going to give you a penalty.
Yeah. Gotta find that sweet spot.
I believe Guy Pitcher told me in the 95 lap race he ran uh, in class A, I guess it is, or whatever, pro. He had like 16 X's. So, boy, the 3 car had spun out there.
Yeah, he was maybe his tires got a little warm. He's having a hard time keeping it on the track there for a minute, but I think he's going pretty smoothly now.
Yeah, once you spin too, they get angry. It takes a while to cool them off.
Yeah, it does.
It's amazing the evolution of sim racing, and especially iRacing, how much detail they put into. You really have to. You can't just drive the heck out of it.
Right.
You gotta drive it right. It makes a difference. Tire wear.
Bryce is coming back for Justin here. It's probably Justin's getting a little loose there. I think he laid down some black marks, but Bryce is going to start working on him here soon, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing is a lot of times back in the day, I didn't mind if I got passed as long as I could keep up with dude. Put the pressure on them. Let them. There were some guys I raced against like Kevin Lewis. He just would not fail. You see the 13 missing his apexes now.
Ooh, 13 got loose. Bryce is going to get him here, I think. Yep, I think he got him.
Saucier with the Maverick helmet there. This looks bad, man.
Ooh, Bryce hanging it out wide there. I think he might have came out turning a little bit too hot.
I think he got his tires angry.
Yeah.
And then every corner there, he couldn't get into the right apex, and it.
And Justin was able to get past him there. They're both wanting that P2 spot. Rob's.
That brings the 76 of Green of
I say, look at Rob right
into
there
it.
behind him. Ooh.
This is a great little race as Wisman checks out.
That's it. Right now, the race is for P2. These guys are duking it out up here.
Yeah, this is where the show is, Mama. See, they're struggling trying to judge their braking when they're right behind the car.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you got to find your braking points. The driver in front of you might apply more brake than you do, sooner than you do. So you gotta be prepared because you don't want to run them over.
And that brings, look who's getting back into the potty here, the Silva.
Yeah, he is.
Silva,
Oh, he's going to take
that's
it back from him, I think.
you know,
Bryce.
he said right before he got in that he was, not used to the setup. Obviously, you can see he's had some laps, and as
Yeah,
time goes on, he hasn't used up his stuff yet.
right.
Great stuff, back and forth.
Yeah, let's see if Bryce can hang on to it now.
Like I was saying, this track passing opportunities. I think NASCAR did a great job by shorting it and giving it,
Oh, it goes wide in the grass.
because you still have the same amount of passing zones. See the cars more when you're sitting in the stands.
That's right.
These guys are,
these guys are laying the rubber down. Gosh.
Exactly. Smoke them if you got them. What do you do now? Want to, I was always a big fan of the undercut. So 14 laps is halfway.
Ooh.
So do you want to make it 13 or do you want to do the overcut and stay out and make it 15? I can't see you wanting to stay out any longer than that and then trying to, because I think these cars are only going to handle worse.
Yeah. And these guys are going at it up here. Bird, Saucier, De Silva, and Stewart. Extremely tight racing. Extremely clean racing.
Driving like my dad used to drive. He's two-time sports car champion and Mel Minner sideways every lap there. I mean, Justin's putting on a show there.
Yeah, he is. David caught one of those turtles there and slung him to the inside, but he may not have got a penalty for it. Maybe he did. He's got to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, usually. Oh, yes, sir. That's a penalty. That's gonna. What you try to do is you got a certain amount of time to pay that penalty. So at some point you got to lift a little bit, a certain amount of time, and it clicks down on your screen so the driver will know when he can get back on it. You push that. Hit. Show here. This track also gives you opportunities for alternate lines. The guy's going to defend you low and take a straight line in. You can do an outside in. The late apex, come in and then do the crossover.
Right.
And you don't lose a lot of time.
Yeah, I think we've seen that a few times out here. Just in this little race here between the 2, 3, and 4 Fifth place car.
This makes me want to get on the track so bad. I'm telling you, it's so much fun when you can duke it out like this.
Oh yeah.
I know it's not a big field, folks, but if you're out there and you're interested in running in a cool league and a league with a lot of history and a lot of good people and sportsmanship, instead of running out there in iRacing and just getting cussed at all the time, this is the place to be.
Yep, no doubt about it.
And, and you can see good. There's good racing. These guys are good drivers.
Yes, they are. A lot of these guys have raced together for what, 20 years now? Some of them. A lot of these guys have been around, at FSB for 10 years or more. So everybody's familiar with how everyone drives and very respectable, good sportsmanship, and can't think of a better league to really run with.
I always liked the fact that I knew when a race was going to be, and that we run several races, throughout the course of the week, different kinds of cars. You might just pick one series you want to run, and plus you can run for points too.
Right.
So makes it interesting.
And if you win the series, you get a trophy. Actual trophy shipped directly to you.
And these guys are getting it on here. I can't wait to see what they're going to do when it's pit stop time, but
Yeah, I'm curious to see that too myself. I'm not sure when they have to pit, but I imagine it's got to be soon.
you can see Kevin Mays out there. He's getting lapped, unfortunately for him, but always a great dude, and
Yeah.
uh, I think overall iRacing has really appealed to him versus running the old NASCAR 2003 physics.
Yeah, I think so. Um,
Because heck, when I was still racing and he was just starting out, we were racing. He beat me.
yeah, he beat me too. Kevin's also our admin for the Wednesday Night Truck Series.
Yeah, so you got trucks here, you got Xfinity, you got 87s coming,
Yeah, I
just kind
think
of
kind
on
of
Fridays.
played around with the ideas of or the idea of one an 87 Legends series on Fridays. Have the late model stock on Sundays, and as well on Sundays have an open series street stock. It's just in the hosted section, open to anyone who wants to come and race with us.
De Silva with that side line every lap, different than everybody else through that short shoot through I think 7 and 8, and he gains ground on these guys.
Yeah, he
He
did.
looks way out there, and then he gets a great run coming out of like 8. The sweeping right-hander before the two left-handers.
Man, I love watching him work these S curves. Oh, dang, Justin gets loose.
That's how quick it could
Bryce is able to
happen.
sneak past him. Looks like he lost a few positions there.
Yeah, that happened to several cars in the real race. Oh, he just carried too much momentum. Great save, though.
It was a great save, yeah. I'm actually
You
surprised he
can't tell me
maintained the
those.
position that he did, but
Right.
that was pretty awesome.
You can't tell me those tires aren't getting angry, though, because he has
Oh, they
used them
gotta
up.
be. They gotta be. Everybody's slipping and sliding out there.
So if I'm him, I'm considering maybe trying to, at the end of lap 13, and that'll,
Yeah,
Brad, he might want to push it one more time.
yeah, we're almost at the halfway point here, so I'm sure they're weighing their options as far as what they want to do in the pits. Let's check on Shane Wisman, see what he's up to. It looks like he's up here by himself, just running away with it. But that can change. Nothing's guaranteed on a road course.
Oh, there goes that man.
Looks like we might have lost somebody here. Justin, what happened to Justin? Justin, he may have hit the pits, I don't know. Maybe he didn't. He seems to have fallen off a little bit, though. Let's check on Guy Petrie here, holding it down in 5th place.
Yeah, Justin's back going, so he may have stopped.
He may have. Right along with Michael Greenwood here for a second.
Greenwood, that's a great racing name.
I think he's one of our newer drivers here. But he's done really well. I think he just accepted membership at FSB, so he's, as of today, I think one of our new, or is the newest member, official member.
Well, there was the Greenwood brothers back in the 60s and 70s. They were the original Team Corvette in Trans Am, IMSA, and World Racing. Just some legendary big block Corvettes.
Yeah.
My dad was fortunate enough to drive one of them and win at Charlotte, which had a road course back in the 70s.
Really? I didn't know that.
That was 74. They were 505 cubic inch monster.
Wow.
Like 0 to 102 in first gear.
Ooh, getting
Oh
close
boy,
there.
the 93 Saucier went way wide.
Yeah, he did.
Tires are done.
Yeah, I'd say they're probably looking at hitting the pits here soon.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, so it looks like, I'm looking at the log here, it looks like Justin Bird did go into pit lane on lap 14. So he's sitting on fresh tires now.
Well, he's going to be able to get those out laps now with fresher tires.
Yeah, it looks like
duking it out.
He's gaining some time here. Yeah, he's creeping up on Rob. After Rob is Ken. Ken's in 5th right now.
And they did not pit.
I'd say he's looking to pass Rob here soon. I think Rob's still on old tires.
If I'd have been a smart man, I might have asked this question before the race to the drivers.
And I'm really loving this nose cam. This is probably my new favorite camera angle. All right, we got TG, Chet, Bryce going into pit lane.
Like the Silva decided not to.
Who else do we got? TG went in as well. I think Rob's still hanging it out there.
Give me 4 Frescas.
Bryce is out of the pits now. I think Shane has yet to go in. Rob Stewart hasn't gone in yet.
Well, that makes me wonder because if Bird pitted, there's no way he's showing ahead of Stewart. He must have just fell back way back or something. I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
Unless he just caught him like a turd of hurdles. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Because now these guys are just coming out of the pits behind them. And they were ahead, so.
I think he's gained a little bit of time on Ken, who again I don't think is gone in the pits.
No, or Petra.
TG Reese at the pit lane, which I think TG was pitting earlier, so I'm not sure why he's going back. I've had some damage.
Well, I saw pictures from Ken earlier enjoying the beautiful weather in Florida, sitting by the beach. And that's the great thing about iRacing. You can drive home to your house and jump in, and you're instantly in Texas.
Yeah, that's right. You're in Texas where it's cloudy and 75 degrees.
Whoa, boy. Silva hanging it out there.
Yeah, he's out there drifting.
Those tires.
Well, David knows what he has to do for tonight's race because up for grabs is a $20 iRacing credit. The top 5 in the series are ineligible to win, so you just have to beat out the top 5, and you won yourself $20 in iRacing credits. And David is in pit lane now.
Hey, that's like damn near 2 tracks.
Yeah, just about.
Because it's so expensive.
Guy Petra going in the pit lane.
De Silva sideways.
Yeah, he was sideways. Shane Wisman getting out of the pits
skills,
now.
my friends.
Yeah, he knows how to control that car. Even when it's out of control, he still has it under control.
Marconi setups paint there, which the great setup shop.
Yep.
Racing. Petra with his normal Shelby Ford with the classic 2 stripes down the middle. But not too many guys in iRacing race a Shelby Ford and actually have one, and he does.
Yeah.
I say he's rich, and he says his wife is rich. Does it really matter?
Right, yeah.
Great dude. Handyman extraordinaire. I wish he lived closer than 2,000 miles away from me.
Yeah.
Because I could use some work around this house. Saska with the Classic Hardee's paint there.
Yeah. Holding it down in P2.
Is that Russ Wheeler or what?
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, can he make it to the end? Is he going to try to do that? Will those tires even last?
Yeah. I don't know.
When it comes to strategy, dude is on it because he races in the top
Yep,
levels.
there he goes. Ducking in now to pit lane.
That's too much.
With 9 to go, he's going to have the freshest tires on the track.
Well, he wanted the mama to see him on TV. Nice and smooth in. Donkey Bob Pit Crew service. This looks like a battle for second now.
Oh, yeah. It's all Justin Bird catch one of those turtles there a second ago.
Into my TV. It went dark on my TV. That's interesting.
What's that? You lost the feed?
Yeah. Here's my internet is on. Oh boy.
Well, hopefully you're able to get back soon because it's starting to get a little spicy here for this P2 position again. You have Guy Petra in the mix now. But I'm really looking for the Silva to make a comeback.
Well, the good thing is I think it's on my end, so.
Ah.
YouTube.
Oh yeah, these guys are going at it again. Bryce Saucier and Justin Bird. 7 laps to go.
All right, cool. I got it back. Yeah.
Nice.
It was on my end. It wasn't the fans get to watch here. Here we go. Love that in car. That's my favorite view.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you can't drive when you're sitting on the roof. And I know some guys don't like the fact that you can't do, those alternate cams like in the old Sims. But if you're gonna drive a race car, you got to be sitting in the seat.
Yeah, see, I used to run the roof cam back in NR 2003. For some reason I couldn't do the in-car, but of course I had to learn to do that here at iRacing because there's really no other option. It's all you got. I think they will make accommodations for some people if you ask, but even then I think your league has to allow it. 'Cause I think there is a setting where you can force everybody to run in-car only and no other camera view.
Well, Saucier got back into the mix here, so
Yeah.
we got a
Ooh,
great three-way battle.
Bryce went off the track there a little
Twice.
bit. I'm sure he most likely got a penalty for that. Looks like we got 6 people watching live right now. So if you're out there, drop us a line. Tell us who you're here to see.
And,
If you're on your favorite
oh, we got a
driver.
show for you here.
Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. Oh, there with
That's still in
side by side.
eternity.
Bryce and Rob there.
Good, clean racing there. Coming out of turn 20. I'm a little behind, I know, but just kind of commenting on what I see, and they kept it going down there in the turn 1.
Rob's coming back for more.
It's not the plane, Mav. It's the pilot. Just getting to know more about the limited experience of Justin Bird just makes him more amazing.
Yep. These guys are
There are
impressive to
those
watch.
that can drive, and I mean, look at all these guys that are in real racing right now. Got their start in iRacing.
Yeah.
William Byron, and now Sawalich, and you got Zilish, and what a driver he is. I remember my stepmom telling me when I first started sim racing, well, that's not real like what your dad did. And I said, well, duh.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, got a little contact there. Bossier and Bird.
Clips of videos of stuff we did, like when we won the 24 Hours of Daytona, and she was like, oh my God, that is awesome.
Yeah.
You think?
Looks like Justin's got a little bit of damage there on the back end. Not sure if that's going to affect him or not, but it's a little crooked.
Yeah, seeing how the real guys beat the crap out of each other this weekend. A lot of those cars that were beat up pretty hard were still reasonably competitive, but
Bryce made the pass on him there, but it looks like Justin may get it back. This is some excellent racing up here. I'm loving this. I think Rob's just sitting back, watching him go at it, waiting for his chance to slip in there.
man, Justin Bird's, looking Tony Stewart-ish.
Yeah, they
Like,
come
bro,
for
this
the
ain't
hairpin turn.
Eldora. I don't care.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the clean. He is relentless.
Yeah, he is. Oh, he's going to try it. Oh, he couldn't quite. He's around. Justin's around, but he was able to save it. Lost his position, but he didn't lose. He's still with them. He didn't lose the pack. He's still running with them, but he was definitely sideways there. I'm not sure if there was contact or if he just drove it in too hard or what happened, but definitely fell back a few positions. But he's not out of it yet. He still has enough time to get back with 3 laps
Yeah,
to
I think
go.
turn 8 there, he tried to dive it down low and outbroke himself a little bit. He broke a little bit later and realized he was, great cross up there to save the car, but plowing into Saucier. So,
Yeah. Check on
the
David De Silva.
realization at the moment that he was like, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
And I think he was a little too far away there, I'll kick my butt, but I would say if it was me, I would have been a little more patient.
Yeah, especially knowing that you have 3 laps to go. Sometimes patience will pay off.
Well, I think when you got that much talent, you might as well show it, and it's definitely given us a great show.
Yep. Ooh, Rob Stewart's around, but he was able to save it. He's got a little loose in the back end. I keep saying around. He didn't go all the way around, but his car was definitely not pointed in the direction that it should have been.
Round and round, what comes around goes around. Yeah, definitely De Silva kind of 4-car pack for second, but still a great race with him. And Guy Pitcher doing what he does. Yeah, I'm just seeing that now. Yeah, kind of the same thing where he got in a little too in that corner there. That's what one of the Ferrari bosses used to tell my dad. You go too in the corner, you're going to spin.
Man, it's so hard to not have the camera on these guys. Saucier, Stewart, and Bird. Because they're...
Well, I think people understand this is where the race is right
It
here.
is. It is.
Got it. You don't want to miss something happen here. Everybody wants to be on TV, but the reality is this is where the show is. You don't want to miss it.
No, not at all.
I mean, Shane Wisman, a dominant performance.
Gosh, I'm not even sure where Shane's even at. I guess he's
He
up there
drove
somewhere.
so good that he didn't get much TV time, but he'll get the winner's circle.
Yeah, it's looking very likely at this point.
Couple more laps. I want to do the broadcaster trip. Jinx. Meanwhile, these guys are getting some.
A little contact. They're working through it. This is really anybody's race for second here, because they've all shared at least a piece of the P2 spot in the last 5 or 6 laps or so. So it could be anybody's at this point.
And you just see that, even when you're patient and you don't have, you could be on the outside one corner and then on the inside.
Oh no! Rob and Bryce get into each other. Dang. Something had to give.
I think so.
It looks like Bryce might have hit the inside, and I don't know if Rob got loose or if Bryce tapped him, but
I'm a little behind, so I'm taking a look.
something happened.
Oh yeah, it's kind of it's like his car hooked him. They had you know they were making contact there, but the 76 just kind of like they hooked together, and I think Bryce was trying to get off him.
Yeah. Well, looks like
They
this
were
is
going to
it.
wreck it going into 20 there.
Looks like Shane Wisman's going to be your winner. Justin Bird's gonna secure that P2 spot
Flag to flag, baby.
after a very long battle with Bryce and Rob and David. David was in the mix too. Yeah,
Just
very impressive race.
just flag to flag. That's Evan Lewis style, like back in the day at FSB. The most dominant road racer in the history of FSB. Justin Bird just putting a freaking show on. I mean, I got DeWalt tools already, but I want to buy some more now.
Yeah, he's making them look good, huh?
Yeah.
Sure enough. What a race. Shane Wisman with a dominating performance. But
Well, and this is going to probably be the smallest field we'll have. It's yeah, this was quite a show.
it was.
Definitely worth to watch.
Certainly was. Now we just got to round up the top three for a little post-race interview. Looks like Shane, Justin, and Bryce.
Yeah, let me see if I can run up there and see if they're interested. I'll be right back.
Yep, that sounds good. All right, right now we're waiting for our top three to come down here for a little post-race interview. I think Milty went to go round them up, so hopefully he'll be back
Yeah, there
soon.
we go.
There we go. There's Milt. Who we got in here?
I got Bryce, Justin, and Shane.
Excellent, excellent. Man, guys, that was a that was a heck of a race. The battle for P2 was insane. I loved watching it. Shane, you didn't get a whole lot of camera time. And maybe when you watch the replay, you'll see why. Just because that battle was so epic. But right now, Bryce. I'm gonna start with you. Um, yeah, man. Just tell us about your run. Tell us how everything played out.
It was going all right. Didn't end the way I wanted it for sure. I didn't want to have a wreck there. I don't think anybody was giving each other much room by the end of that race between the three of us. So kind of felt like it might have been inevitable, but sucks it happened anyway. But I mean, before that, it was really a great fight all race with Justin and Rob.
Yeah.
Certainly would have liked to have gotten the P2, but
Right. Yeah. I mean,
fighting hard.
you never want to see that happen. Contact with another driver, but we were talking before the race. It's almost kind of inevitable at these road courses.
Yeah, this place is very, very narrow too, and a lot of the passing zones they kind of narrow up into the corner. So when you get down in there, I mean, we're coming to one to go, one to go, and everyone's fighting for everything they got.
Yep.
I can't blame anybody for anything they did.
Yep. No doubt about it. That's just racing sometimes.
Yeah, it actually looked really weird how the cars kind of hooked together. It didn't seem like it was enough contact to make both cars turn left. So I didn't see anything malicious there. Just kind of a little beating and banging a little coming off, but both cars just kind of turned left. It's a great race, man. The over and unders you guys were, all the stuff I saw on TV Saturday and Sunday, you guys were doing, man. You guys were getting it.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of trust with them. I trust we're not gonna completely fly into each other and fly off the racetrack, but
that's right.
The contact it does not hard contact. It's just I don't know if it's something with latency or where the cars just hit just right with the fender flares, but really hate for that to happen at the end of the race.
Yeah, well, like we said, it happens. There's a lot more factors to consider for online racing. To your point about latency and net code, those are all real possibilities too in this arena. Yeah, man, awesome show. We loved having you out there.
Yeah, thanks to you guys for putting the broadcast up for us.
Yep, of course, man. Be sure to check it out on YouTube. Justin, you're up next. P2 finish. Again, we saw you out there fighting hard for that position. It was again, I can't use the word epic enough, but it was an epic battle. Milty and I have certainly enjoyed watching it. So go ahead, man. Tell us about your run.
Yeah, I typically don't really enjoy road courses that much, but I would say that was by far the most fun I've ever had at a road course. Heck of a battle, the 93 and Rob, but I don't know, it's pretty hard to beat that level of funness. Like Roger was saying, there's a trust factor that comes in there. Not just everybody can run in like that. You got to trust who you're racing around and still have respect for each other. It's unfortunate to see what happened at the end, but that was bound to happen because we were going pretty hard there.
Yeah, something had to give. I mean, if it wasn't Rob, it could have, it would have been you. It would have been,
with all the switchovers and back and forth, like it was bound to happen something. So
it's going to happen. But no, to your point, no, I mean that's the benefit of league racing is the guys that you're racing with, you know what to expect from them, and there's also that level of trust to it. You know that they're good drivers, and they're not going to do anything malicious or anything to affect your race on purpose. So yeah, man. Again, awesome run. We loved watching it. That's gonna be part of a highlight reel someday, I think.
Dude, I mean, car control
I
sideways
was driving really
almost
hard, man. I was giving it everything ahead.
There's no doubt about
Dude,
it.
your pit road entry was sideways, leaving black marks all the way around the corner to the line. That was epic.
Absolutely epic. All right, Shane. Like I said, man, you you didn't get a whole lot of camera time. And again, if you watch the replay, you'll know why. But man, very very commanding lead the whole time. I don't think you made a single mistake out there, or at least I didn't see any. But yeah, so what was your strategy? How were you able to lock it in, and just not make any mistakes, and just completely run away with it?
Well, thank you guys for doing the broadcast. I do not care if I get any TV time. Looking forward to watching that battle for sure. Whatever gets the ratings for us. So I'm a team player here.
Right on, brother.
And I, to hear Justin say that he's never liked road courses and this was the most fun that he's had on a road course. I mean, I think that's true of a lot of Volvo folks. If you give it a time and give it a chance, I think Sam said the same thing after our last road course race. He's like, God, I hated it when I first got out there, and this is a tough car track combination. It really is. But I love the road courses, and my strategy for the night was just I wanted to have 0x at the end of the night, which I accomplished. And then I also wanted a PR in a fast lap, and I either tied it or beat it, one or the other. But strategy was just I had no idea. I didn't run an official race. I ran a couple practice laps throughout the week, and obviously it's online racing, so there's all kinds of data and telemetry out there, so you can see what the big boys are doing. And I just gradually got faster. I worked my way up from 144s earlier in the week to breaking 141. Never did break 140 though, but yeah, just try to race the track and keep it clean.
It was a heck of a run. Like I said, flawless. I don't think you ever really lost any time. Nobody really gained any time on you, I don't think. So yeah, again, awesome run.
Yeah, totally smooth. Just smooth as silk. When did you actually pit? What lap was that?
18. So my concern was I didn't know it. So I ran a league race last night, 45 laps at the same track, and I was the only person who pitted that took tires. Only person, 45 laps. Coda.
Wow.
It was in the Gen 7. And I was very nervous about, being off the rest of the field, so I wanted to wait until a couple guys pit before I did. Well, Dave pit at lap 18, Guy pit at lap 18, Ken pit at lap 9. I mean, not a lot of people pit before me except for Justin, I think. And so I was nervous about being off from the rest of the field, and yeah, I stayed out as long as I could.
Yeah, you had the advantage of the lead and, to see what guys were doing. Obviously, the guys racing for second were sideways and locking them up and putting on a show. You were smooth, and Guy and Ken, they have a lot of experience and they run out in the open, so that was a good. You had the choice as long as you weren't starting to get loose and stuff. So that seems pretty smart because we didn't really know. We didn't ask anybody, or we haven't driven it. So I was assuming it would be, what I would do, which would be halfway. If you got to stop, you might use them up and pit halfway and use them up. But yeah, just a great race, dude.
Yeah, excellent. By the way, Bryce, I don't think I mentioned this. You're the winner of our $20 iRacing credit.
Cool.
Yeah, so
Congratulations.
congrats for that, man.
Thank you.
We'll get that over to you as soon as possible.
Show me the money.
All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for tonight. Appreciate you guys coming out. I'm glad we were able to get the cars we needed to have a broadcast. Road courses are always a little thin, but we were able to pull it off. So looks like we'll be here next week. Let me check the schedule here real quick because I don't know it off the top of my head. It looks like we'll be at Phoenix. That's going to be an awesome race. I'm looking forward to that one. So yeah, join us here next week, same time, same place, for the race at Phoenix. Milt, hope you're able to join me, and hope we have Adam Roberts back in the booth as well, because I'm looking for another 20 car field, like we had last week at Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, guys, that's gonna do it for tonight. Hope to see you guys next week. Have a good night.